Hi, with two hot coins lately, I'm going to do a little podcast here suggested by your and my friend Grok 3. But he's been replaced by Grok 4. I feel sorry for my friend Grok 3. Litecoin versus XRP, a deep dive comparison. Parenthetical thought, whoa, they've been done good in the last couple of days, haven't they? Wow. Anyway, welcome to St. Jerome Crypto Experiences, where we break down the world of digital currencies with clarity and insight. I'm your host, St. Jerome, and today we're diving into a hot topic in the crypto space, Litecoin versus XRP. Both are OG cryptocurrencies with passionate communities. And I know some of you don't there love one, the other, or like me, both. I like both. I like Litecoin as a currency, and I like XRP for how it moves different currencies between countries or value. Litecoin, and they're both fast. Wow, and cheap, fast and cheap to use. Where was I? We'll explore their origins, purposes, current uses, strengths, weaknesses, and tackle the claim that XRP is just a banker coin. By the end, I'll share my take on which one edges out, but you don't worry. I'll keep it fair for my friends on both sides of the debate. Let's get started. Litecoin, silver to Bitcoin's gold. Let's kick things off with Litecoin, or LTC, launched in October 2011 by Charlie Lee, a former Google engineer. Litecoin was created as a fork of Bitcoin designed to be a lighter alternative, hence the name. Charlie's goal was to make a cryptocurrency better suited for everyday transaction than Bitcoin. If you're going to buy a cup of coffee, Litecoin is really fast and really cheap, and you don't have to. And sometimes, Bitcoin there was running, you cost you a couple bucks to order coffee, which was starting to be seen as digital gold, as store of value. Litecoin aimed to be digital silver, and I've heard Charlie Lee say that, the inventor of Litecoin. Faster and cheaper for things like, well, what do you know? Buying coffee or sending money to a friend that uses the script hashing algorithm instead of Bitcoin's SHA-256, which allows faster block generation, about 2.5 minutes compared to Bitcoin's 10 minutes, and a total supply of 84 million coins, but 4 times Bitcoin's 21 million cap. Original purpose, and what the idea was to make Litecoin a practical medium of exchange. Charlie wanted lower fees, quicker confirmations, and a network that could handle more transactions for daily use. It was meant to complement Bitcoin, not compete with it, by being more accessible for smaller transactions and onboarding new users to crypto. One reason I bought some Litecoin was it was way cheaper back in the day, still is, than Bitcoin. And I didn't see why there was such a discrepancy in the two. I would think there'd be like a 4-to-1 ratio. Just like silver to gold, I would think the ratio would be a little closer to the historic value of 15-to-1, but it got up to 103, 104-to-1. Now it's about, I think it's about 75-to-1 now or so. Current use in 2025. Today, Litecoin is widely accepted by merchants and payment processors with thousands of vendors, including big names like PayPal, supporting it. It's used for peer-to-peer payments, microtransactions, and even gaming applications through platforms like Litecoin Gaming. Recent upgrades like Mimblewimble for privacy and OmniLite for smart contracts and NFTs have expanded its case. So Mimblewimble gives you a layer of privacy. You can move Litecoin with Mimblewimble to somebody else, and we don't know who sent it. Though it's still primarily a payment-focused coin, you can swap LTC anonymously on platforms like XOLX, and it's available on major exchanges like Binance and Coinbase. Its market cap in 2025 ranks it around 19th among cryptocurrencies, showing it's still a major player. I like Cake Wallet. It's easy to use, and Mimblewimble is a piece of cake on. No, I wasn't trying to do a pun. It is a piece of cake on Cake Wallet. Strength, speed, and cost. Litecoin's 2.5-minute block times and low fees, often under a cent, make it ideal for quick, cheap transactions. Decentralization with over 2,000 active nodes and merge mining with Dogecoin since 2014, and that is a plus. You can mine Litecoin, Dogecoin, and Belcoin on the same miner, merge mining. Litecoin's network is robust and centralized, reducing the risk of control, decentralized, reducing the risk of control by a single entity. Longevity and adoption. As one of the oldest cryptos, Litecoin has name recognition, a strong community. Love my Litecoin buds. They are some of the best people in the world. We're not all stuck up, you know what I'm saying? It's adaptation by merchants and integration into payment systems like Litecoin Visa debit card. I'm not sure they still have that or not. I had that for a while. It was kind of cool. Give it a real world utility. Privacy upgrades. The Mimblewimble protocol adds optional transaction privacy, a rare feature among major coins, making it appealing for users who value anonymity. Weaknesses, lack of unique use case. Litecoin struggles to stand out. It often seen as Bitcoin's little brother, lacking innovative edge of newer blockchains like Ethereum or Solana. I disagree with that. Development funding. The Litecoin Foundation relies on voluntary minor contributions, which can limit resources for innovation compared to well-funded projects. Boy, at Litecoin Summit last year, 2024, Charlie Lee gave a lot of his own funds to keep developing and promoting Litecoin. Competition. Stablecoins and other fast, low-cost blockchains like Solana compete directly with Litecoin's payment use case, potentially capping its growth. Disagree. Host. Litecoin is a solid, reliable choice for everyday crypto users who value speed, low cost, and decentralized ethos. It's not flashy, but it gets the job done. Now, let's shift gears to XRP. XRP, the bridge for global finance. XRP was launched in 2012 by Ripple Labs, founded by engineers David Schwartz, Jeb McCaleb, and Arthur Brito. Later joined by Chris Larson, the XRP Ledger, or XRPL, was designed to optimize Bitcoin's limitations, focusing on fast, cheap, cross-border payments for financial institutions. Unlike Bitcoin or Litecoin, XRP is pre-mined with a total supply of 100 billion tokens. That sounds like a lot, but I'm sure there's some of those that are lost forever too. So I'm a little more comfortable with billions of tokens, but limited, than I am millions of tokens. The numbers are easier to deal with. 80 billion of which were gifted to Ripple Labs. Well, by golly, Ripple Labs, that's a pretty good deal you got. The idea was to create a blockchain that could rival Swift, not only rival Swift, but in this one man's opinion, kick Swift's butt. The traditional system for international bank transfers by settling transactions in seconds with minimal fees versus Swift system. Let's see. Did it get there yet? Oh my God, $100 is going to cost me $30. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Yeah, that's a Swift system. The traditional system for international bank transfers by settling transactions in seconds and minimal fees. Original purpose. XRP aimed to be a bridge currency, enabling banks and businesses to transfer value across borders instantly, whether in dollars, euros, or other currencies. RippleNet, Ripple's payment network, uses XRP to provide liquidity for these transactions, cutting off intermediaries and reducing costs. It's less than replacing fiat currencies and more about making global finance more efficient. Some people in different coins are just not aware of what XRP is going to do and what it is doing. They act like it hasn't done anything, but this is not true. Current use in 2025, XRP is used primarily in RippleNet for cross-border payments, and that's only increasing. With clients like major banks and payment providers, Banker Coin. Its on-demand liquidity service allows institutions to settle transactions without pre-funded accounts. Using XRP as an intermediary, beyond payments, XRPL supports tokenization, NFTs, and DeFi applications with recent additions like the Ripple USD. They call that the RLUSD, stablecoin enhancing its system. Folks, this is one man's opinion. I don't trust USDT, and that is the biggest one. I just don't think we got a good handle on how much do they really have supporting their coin, their USDT, their stablecoin. It seems to me almost like a fiat currency. XRP's market cap in March 2025 was around 140 billion, making it one of the top cryptocurrencies. It's also traded as an investment asset on exchanges like Kraken, though U.S. regulatory issues limit its use domestically, where Ripple uses Tether USDT instead. It's a little bit old information. I think Ripple is now using its own RLUSD. Strength, speed, and scalability. XRP transactions settle in 3 to 5 seconds. It can handle 1,500 transactions per second. Wow. With potential scale to 50,000 TPS, far outpacing Bitcoin and even Litecoin. Far outpacing Bitcoin and even Litecoin, the speed of and the cost of XRP. Institutional adoption, partnerships with financial giants, and the integration RLUSD and tokenized assets like U.S. Treasuries position XRP As a leader in bringing traditional finance and crypto, 80% of Japan's banks are going to use XRP next year, and it's only going to spread. A lot of these BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, plus all the ones that want in the BRICS, and a lot of the Middle East, even though the Middle East is kind of leaning towards USA right now. USA, USA. Even though they're leaning that way, they still know XRP is important. Eco-friendly. XRP's consensus protocol uses negligible energy equivalent to 50 U.S. households annually. 50 U.S. households instead of a mountain of miners, Mr. Bitcoin. Compared to Bitcoin's massive consumption. Weaknesses, centralized concerns. Ripple controls about 48 billion XRP in escrow, raising fears of price manipulation. Do you think the network's 156 validators, with Ripple running 12%, are fewer than Bitcoin or Litecoin, sparking debates about decentralization? Yeah. Few people can lay down the law, right? That is a bad thing, in this one man's opinion. Regulatory uncertainty, and that's been clearing up. So this is old news a little bit. The SEC lawsuit against Ripple, ongoing since 2018, creates risks, though a 2023 ruling clarified XRP isn't a security when sold on exchanges. And they settled that, I believe. Ripple Labs paid a lot less than they were going to pay. They negotiated that down. So now I think it's on the clear. Limited retail use. Unlike Litecoin, XRP's focus on institution limits is used for everyday payments, and most RippleNet clients don't use XRP directly, reducing its utility. Yeah. So if I got a wallet, I'm probably not going to spend my XRP to buy a cup of coffee. All right. But that doesn't mean it doesn't have value. I think Litecoin does make the better currency peer-to-peer for sure. Community perception. That's my opinion. Community perception. Some crypto purists call XRP a banker coin, viewing its institutional ties as a betrayal of crypto's decentralized roots. XRP's a powerhouse for institutional finance with unmatched speed and efficiency, but its centralized structure and regulatory hurdles are real challenges. Now let's tackle that banker coin claim head on. Addressing the banker coin claim. Now, remember, Grok wrote this. I did give Grok some suggestions of an outline. You probably heard XRP called a banker coin, a term thrown around by critics who see its ties to banks as selfish or mean-spirited, a sellout to the establishment. Let's unpack this. The criticism stems from XRP's design for a financial institution and Ripple's control over most of the token supply. Critics argue it's not a true cryptocurrency because it's not fully decentralized like Bitcoin or Litecoin. That's fair. It's a whole different use case. And it serves banks seen by some as the enemy of crypto's libertarian ethos. I am in a quandary. I think the closest I have to a political affiliation is libertarian, although I definitely like part of conservativeness, period. So I lean a little bit right. So that would be this way for you guys. It's actually leaning left. Isn't that weird? Okay. But here's the counterpoint. XRP's mission isn't to replace banks, but to make global finance faster and cheaper for everyone. Ripple's Matt Hamilton has said that no one can block or censor XRP transactions with only 12% of nodes controlled by Ripple. The network requires 80% consensus, ensuring no single party dominates the banker coin label. It ignores XRP's utility for users like you and me who benefit from faster, cheaper remittances. Calling it selfish feels unfair when its text could save billions in transfer costs globally. Plus, Litecoin isn't immune to centralization critiques. Its large holders could sway markets too. Both coins have their trade-offs, but XRP's institutional focus doesn't make it mean-spirited. Or does it? It's just a different approach to solving real-world problems. This is just parenthetical, but Bitcoin maximalists, hey, if you're watching, love you guys, but you guys get stuck on yourself. Everything else is a poop coin. Come on, really? You don't think there's other use cases? Dang. But, and then also, like the Litecoin folks, you know, we're our own little family. We're a pretty friendly bunch. We do take others in, but then we come across like XRP, think it's banker coin, and XRP people. Oh my gosh, are they like their own little army? Them and the Bitcoin maximalists really kind of hit head to head, and they're kind of blind to everything that's going on. I'm one to say there's value in XRP. There's value in Litecoin. There's even value in Bitcoin. And there's value in precious metals too. You know what there's no value in? One man's opinion, those little green rectangles called fiat currency. I made several podcasts on how after 70, 80 years and way overdue, they go to nothing. And where our purchasing power now is 2%, roughly 2 cents, what the original dollar was. My grandpa told me they used to work $1 a day for men's wages back at the turn of the 1800s and 1900s. So, which is better? One Grok's opinion, one man's opinion. All right, time to make a call. Litecoin or XRP? I love both, but I had to pick. I'd lean towards XRP. Well, of course you would. You're a banker. Wait, never mind. In 2025, and here's why: XRP's institutional adoption and partnerships like Ondo Finance for tokenized treasuries give it a clear path to real-world impact. Its speed, scalability, and eco-friendly design make it a standout for cross-border payments, a market worth trillions annually. The RLUSD stablecoin and DeFi growth on XRPL signal a vibrant ecosystem. If Ripple navigates its SEC lawsuit successfully, which it looks like it has, XRP could see explosive growth like the last few days, folks. Dang. Especially with pro-crypto policies under President Trump, who named XRP for a U.S. crypto reserve in March of 2025. That said, hear this, Litecoin fam. Litecoin's no slouch. Its decentralized network, merchant adoption, and privacy upgrades make it a fantastic choice for everyday crypto users. Woo, that's us, everyday crypto users. We're not banks. We like that fast currency, go peer-to-peer, and is a little bit anonymous now. It's stable, reliable, and wildly institutional, but lacks XRP's unique institutional niche. Yeah, it's been going since 2011 without a hitch. Nobody else can say that. Wow. Since 2011. Charlie Lee, and what a humble, nice guy. He sold all his Litecoin so that everybody wouldn't think he was trying to make money in the future on this stuff. Plus, he gives thousands and thousands of dollars to the foundation every year to make Litecoin better. Litecoin feels like a safe bet, while XRP is a high risk, high reward play. For my friends who love Litecoin's grassroots vibe, I get it. It's a crypto for the people. For XRP fans, your coin's poised to transform global finance. Both are awesome, but XRP's potential to disrupt the massive industry gives it the edge for Grok. It says for me, but Grok. I like them both. I believe in a balanced portfolio. I think if you had Litecoin since its origin, you did well. I think if you have XRP and the ISO20022 tokens like XLM and Cardano and Hedera, and which is HBAR. What else? I'm going to skip it. Skip XDC. Those things have Algorand. Those things have really done well the last couple of days. Stellar took a little bit of a dump, but then not much, and then bam, it shot right back up again. HBAR too. XRP was trailing behind those two, but now it's kind of leading the pack on that. That's a wrap on today's Crypto Experiences by Saintjerome. Litecoin, XRP both bring incredible value to the crypto world, whether you're paying for coffee with Litecoin or dreaming of XRP revolutionizing global payments. To my friends on both sides, keep supporting your favorite coins. They're both pushing the boundaries of what crypto can do. Got thoughts? Drop me a message and let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the crypto experiences universe. And by the way, a lot of people are coming over XRP that we never thought. We got a couple holdouts that aren't over there, but Jim Willie came over. He was way down on crypto, period. Cliff High came over and got some XRP. What? Andy Scheckman's admitted to having XRP. What? Now, to be fair, 107 is only gold and silver. This is just one man's opinion. But did you know pretty much, I think, all the major precious metals distributors like SD Bullion, JM Bullion, Finest Known, Defy the Grid, of which is a code down below for. Did you know they all take crypto? Yep. I think pretty much every precious metal dealer takes crypto now, and they take Litecoin and they take XRP. So if you want to take some profits on something that's still rising, my best bet is silver. It's such an upside coming in silver. It's kept up with the crypto market. Gold's good, but it's like Bitcoin. It gets to a certain high mark and kind of stops. So if gold goes up $100, that's not even close to but like Litecoin goes up when it goes up by $5. Same thing with Litecoin and Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes up 5,000, but if Litecoin goes up $10, it's a bigger move. percentage-wise. You just have to have more Litecoin. So anyway, this is Grok's little talk about Litecoin XRP. And I thought, since I am in the Litecoin family, but I do see, I am like to speculate in XRP, XLM, ISO20022 tokens. They're going to be big news, folks. I have referral codes down below. If you go Caleb or Brown, you get a permanent 3.5% transaction fee. And you can invest as little as $500 if you go through the portal. Please use my code if you do that. I love Ballet wallets. They are totally offline till you go to send, which is nice. You can send crypto to it because, folks, crypto is just a number. So you can have your public key and put out there, you can paste it, you can wear it on your shirt, right? And say, send me money, send me crypto. Private key doesn't matter. Public key doesn't matter, but private key, that's the one that matters. So on a Ballet wallet, it's like a fancy pants paper wallet that's made out of steel, and the fancy pansiest of them all, gold plated. Looking this way, looking that way. I wouldn't spend my money on the gold plated. Sorry, Ballet, if you heard that. Ballet's backed me up big money, almost $94 now after $6,000 in sales. It's only on the real series, but hey, I like the wallet. It's a very good wallet. So, well, thanks for watching St. Jerome Crypto Experiences. I have a 750 subscriber contest. We're getting close. When we get to 750, I'm going to pick somebody randomly from my list of subscribers, and they will get $50 in USD. Let's make a Litecoin or XRP. Interesting. And then $20 in USD for second place. And let's do the same thing, Litecoin or XRP. I don't know why I'm doing that. What the heck does that mean? Well, I guess I go Litecoin or XRP. Maybe I can do that. And $10 third place. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I haven't got a full crypto video out for a little bit, so I was trying to get one in a day for sure. Didn't change my screen. I was having trouble. The Zoom, maybe it'll work now, but I thought I'd be looking at a slide and advancing it, but it gave me the wrong slide. But I was seeing the right one when I was recording. I'm just a guy sitting on the laptop doing this. But if you got some questions, drop them in the comments below, and I will try to point you in the right direction. All right. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate you being here. Please hit a like and subscribe and be in my 750 subscriber contest. Goodbye.